Hey guys, this is Patrick Sessoms with Due South Outfitters, fly fishing guide service and fly shop located in Boone, North Carolina. I'm going to tie a little midge, sort of whatever you want to call it, fly today. It's a little bug I've been tying for a while now, and it fishes really well on the tailwaters of East Tennessee and locally here in the Boone area. I call this fly the Werthers Midge. The reason I called that, it's got kind of like a little butterscotch tannish color. And one of the things that I've noticed in Tennessee at least is I think this fly gets eaten a lot as a dead scud. You know, a lot of scuds after they die, period, they usually turn orange or like a pinkish hue, and this fly is kind of that hue. Let me show you guys what we're going to tie this with. So our thread is going to be a 10-aught Vevus thread in kind of a brown color. You can change that thread color up and use white, whatever you want, orange even. And now, as far as our body goes on this fly, we're going to use a small amber round rib. That's what it looks like. Kind of like got that tannish, orangish hue to it. That's why I call it the Werthers Midge. So the fly itself, we're going to tie it on an Allen N203 size 18 hook. You can tie this down to a 20, like an 18 and a 20. And then we're going to use a size 2 copper or 2mm copper tungsten bead. So let's go ahead and get started here, y'all. This is a super easy tie. We're going to go ahead and wrap our thread in, break this off, wrap down to about the bend of the hook shank here, right about there. I'm going to come back up just a little ways. What this is going to do is this is going to allow us to tie in our small rib here. Now, one thing I like to do, I like to kind of stretch this rib out a little bit before I start using it. So I'm just going to take it and kind of tease it through my hands just like this. See how I'm doing that? I just kind of skinnies it up just a little. Alright, so we're ready to go here. I'm going to go ahead and tie this in. Another thing I like to do, if you notice, I like to tuck in that ribbing into that countersunk kind of hole in the bead there. That just helps to hold it while I'm wrapping down. And wrap down just like that. Now on my way back up, I'm going to try to cover up all that rib with this brown thread. There we go. So we're pretty much well covered there. Bring it to there. We're going to stop. Now, we're going to go ahead and just wrap this vinyl nice and tight up the hook here. It's a super easy fly to tie. Just like that. Now notice I'm not leaving any gaps or spaces. We're just wrapping this so that the vinyl will touch the vinyl the whole way up. Now, we are up to the bead. I'm going to go ahead and tie this vinyl off. There we go. Clip the vinyl off, the extra round rib and whip finish. Break that off. I'm going to trim this, got a little sloppy there. And at this point you can hit it with a little like Loon UV Cure or some Sally Hansen's hard as nails, so it'll kind of act as a glue, or even just a little head cement on that thread. But other than that, the fly is done. So there it is. That's my Werthers Midge. That's what I call that. And it works great, I think, as a midge, also as a kind of a dead scud. And this round rib comes in tons of colors, so you can play around with it. I mean, you could do a color combination of like a dark brown and maybe even use green thread and have a small caddis pupa. I mean, just kind of the sky's the limit, but I like this color combination a lot, especially with that kind of copper colored bead up top. But there you have it.
Boom. That one looks sick. Yeah, that's a cool fly.
It beats the shit out of them.
Oh,
yeah, it does. And if you use like a white thread under it, more of the orange will show up. It'll look less brown. And it gets them.